Let's talk about how to build healthy routines. So in this last module, I can't believe it, we are going to talk about how to build your morning routine, routines across your day, your daily evening routine, 3 ways that you're going to use your brain within your days and your life, and lastly, routines for goal setting. So let's dig in. Number one, let's think about your morning routine. Morning routines have been shown by science to be one of the most powerful strategies that you can use to set the day off on the right foot. So I developed a morning routine, which is not my own concept here. This is used, some version of this morning routine is used by all optimal performers. And I'm going to tell you the brain aspects behind it though. So I wake up at, usually it's around 5 a.m. My children have to get up at 6:30 a.m. Now, you don't have to wake up that early if you don't need to. The earliness isn't the part that matters. The getting up with ample time to ease your brain into the day and to set the intention for your day is the most important thing. So within your morning routine, there's 3 aspects that we're going to look at: meditation, contemplation, and reflection. And what I want you to think about in this morning routine is creating a space that feels really good for you so that you can get into the quiet to feel how you're feeling, to feel your energy. As you heal the energy in your brain and your nervous system, it'll feel different. So on day one, if you feel your energy, you can feel it bouncing around in there if you're anxious. You can feel it dragging if you're overwhelmed or tired. You can feel low power if you're stuck in a trauma mode. And every morning, if you create space for this reflection and contemplation and meditation, you'll feel your energy improving. Then you'll feel and see your behaviors and your thought processes and your life improve too. So creating the space in the morning can be a gift to yourself. So let's talk about it. Meditation. In the morning, I encourage you to do at least 3 minutes of meditation by itself, not using the brain training headband. So you want to create space for you to open up that space in your mind. And we've already talked about in the gap training as a very powerful meditation technique. If you don't want to do that, so many times I'll just sit on the couch. I cross my legs over. I have the spot that I go to every morning. Going to the same spot can be powerful. Energy builds in that space for you. And, I will meditate. My husband knows not to come near me, not to talk to me because I'm enjoying the silence. And man, is it delicious. It's great. Sitting in the silence in the morning because my house is filled with life all the other times is really just a beautiful thing. And then I can feel and hear things. And I usually keep a piece of paper next to me. Sometimes it's a napkin. Actually, here's the napkin from this morning, which only has 2 pieces on it. But then as a thought comes, I write it down so that it's out of my mind. Something I need to do today, I just write it down. I get back to my meditation so that is how I'm using that time to not think about anything, but let thoughts and feelings come to me. It's amazing the things that will come to you. But then we want you to engage in contemplation and reflection. So every morning I read a book that puts positive juju into my brain. What those books are can be up to you, but something positive that you enjoy, that inspires you and starts your brain off using positive psychology in the right direction. So when you do that, you will start your foot off on the right path each day. And every morning I read something that inspires me, and it reminds me to stay in peace for the day. It reminds me that I'm connected to all people and that I'm here to not only heal myself, to help other people heal themselves. Literally every day I remind myself, this is the journey, so that when I get frustrated, I'm like, this is the journey. I'm here to heal myself and to help other people heal themselves. And this opportunity has just come to me, so I can do that. And it gives me solace and peace, and it keeps me in joy. And when I don't do that routine, when I throw these routines off that I'm going to read to you, when I do that, I break down. I become an uglier version of myself. I become overworked. I become stressed out. I become sick. I become cranky. I become more self-involved. Like, look at me, self-righteousness. Look how hard I'm working. And and you're not, and I'm tired and you're not. That's all programming from my youth too, by the way. So when I do these routines, I'm like, I'm rested, I'm refreshed, I'm intentional. It really sets my days off. So read something. It can be 3 minutes, it can be 2 minutes. Just read something, but really give yourself at least a half hour. Then reflection is reflecting on your goals for the day and your gratitudes for the day. So each day I set 3 goals of what I want to get done. I used to set 3,000 goals of what I wanted to get done, and then I was late for my life every single day. 3 goals, totally tangible. Recording the rest of this program is a major goal for today, and look at me, I'm almost there. So I set 3 goals. Sometimes it's go to the dentist. I went to the dentist yesterday. Sometimes it's order my husband a gift. He told me today that he was talking about women. He was giving my son unsolicited woman advice, saying that the best thing, I forget, it was some aphorism, the best thing how you can show a woman you love her, by buying her an unanticipated gift. Which I think is weird because that's not necessarily the best thing. But I said, are you buying me an unanticipated gift? And he's like, I do all the time. And I'm like, are you going to do that anytime soon? He's like, I just might. And I moved on from that. But, the point is that it's the goal of the day. I bought my husband some shoes because it popped up and I'm like, my husband would love these shoes. I bought it a while ago. But that was the goal for the day because I saw them. And then 3 days later, I still hadn't bought them. And I'm like, I have to buy him those shoes because I'm going to regret it if he loves shoes. He's metrosexual, as people call him. But I'm going to regret those shoes if I don't get them. So that was a goal. It's not like it was, solve world hunger. It was buy Cosmos those shoes I think he'll love. And some days it's a big goal. Finish this program because it's so important for me to get it out into the world. So 3 goals, tangible enough. They can be the 3 things you have to do today. Prioritize it, but set yourself up for success. Each and every week on Sundays, I set out everything. I read on paper, I write down everything I'm trying to create, and I remind myself each week, but every day I set out 3 goals, so I always move forward. I also have 3 gratitudes from the day before, and they can be easy things like, I'm glad I ordered those shoes. So if you set 3 goals out, you automatically have 3 gratitudes. If gratitude is difficult for you, if you set the 3 goals and you did them the day before, it can be, I'm grateful that I got that program recorded. I'm grateful that I went to the dentist, and I'm grateful that I ordered those shoes. But over time, I encourage you to look for the small joys in life, especially as you repair your relationship or if you need to move towards a new one. The joys can be smaller, and you want to look for the simplicity in life because doing and getting and achieving isn't what we're talking about here. Being and peace and joy is what we're talking about. So usually my things are weird things that Kaz does because he's very weird and very joyful. The funny things that happen with me and my kids, the sky. I live in North Carolina. The sky is Carolina blue, and it is just absolutely amazing. When I go to pick the kids up from school, I'm like, thanks, universe, for this beautiful sky. Last night there was the hugest moon. It was so beautiful. Last night I sat on our back porch just chilling out there, and my sister called, and I had a nice conversation with my sister. Gratitude for being able to talk to my sister about something real and heartfelt. Gratitude for the gorgeous moon that's out there, for the moments of peace. There was crickets, and and then gratitude for Cosmos, who was shaving to One Republic someday when I had it cranked when I was in the bathroom this morning. I like music. He doesn't necessarily put music on. Such a silly man, bouncing around and dancing, just basically avoiding going to the office, but he was really funny and cracking my action up. And that's the spice of life. That's what reminds you that you like your partner, by finding the funny things or the endearing things that he does. And that's why I know it's lost in translation, but so many times when I make videos for men who struggle with sexual addiction, my husband and I have done a lot of work to build a relationship and to repair the pieces in our relationship that need to. So when I am enamored with him, it's because we've done the work, not because it's easy. And I want men to know that because they can open themselves up to you. And I want you to know you can open yourself up to your partner. We bought a car the other day and we're there and he shoots me this look, which I perceived as a dirty look. It wasn't. It was he thought I looked good look. And so I said, the salesman sitting right there, and I go, "What's a dirty look for?" And he goes, "That wasn't a dirty look." And he goes, "It was a dirty look, but the good kind." And the sales guy burst out laughing. That's healthy lust, right? That's getting back to a place where, we're out together just doing a thing we have to do, but we're having fun doing it. And he's being all saucy because that's how he can be sometimes. But I can meet him in that and have fun. We're cracking up. I'm sure that sales guy thought we were nut jobs, but that's the spice of life. Those are the gratitudes that you can have for your relationship. Okay, so in the morning, you want to meditation, contemplation, reflection. You want to read something and put it in, and then brain training. Include your brain training, maybe not that early in the morning if that doesn't serve you. If it does, it's great to do your brain training then, but do it after meditation. Meditation is best done when you're in that groggy state coming out of sleep and you're not yet in full alertness because your brain is using more slow speed, which can facilitate a meditation. That's why it can be easier in the morning than it is in the afternoon. Brain training can be better and easier and more successful once your brain's woken up a little bit more, because we're going to train that slow speed down, but you haven't been using it at length, and you haven't ramped up that fast speed. So if it feels good to include your brain training in your morning routine, go for it, but do it after your meditation and your reading, and make sure you have enough time. So I get up at 5 o'clock, and I'm really pretty good about that. But on the days when I feel like I need to sleep, because I'll do that. If I'm tired, I'll be like, you know what? And yesterday I recorded an entire program. I will give myself grace and I'll let myself sleep in. But so I normally get up at 5, which gives me an hour and a half. If I get up at 6, I still have that half hour. I never miss my morning routine. I might miss an hour of it, but I never miss it. It's vital to my success. And so even when it's shortened, I can feel the breakdown. The last 2 weeks I've been so busy, I've done it to myself, so I'm undoing it, but I'm off my game, which puts me into self-righteous mode because I'm fatigued and I'm stressed. My brain's going like this on a minute by minute basis. And until I hit my threshold and I'm like, what am I doing? I haven't worked out in a week and a half, which is unheard of. I work out every day. It's actually almost 2 weeks now, I think. And recording this is kind of the end of it, but I'm going to bring my brain back into the middle. I already have. I started doing my brain training over the weekend. I've been doing meditation. I was up at 5 doing my morning routine this week, not sleeping in later. Back to business, back to this routine that saves my life. So I encourage you to do that too. Okay, follow me through to the next lesson on daily routines that are going to keep you in the best place. I'll see you there.